surprised at the lack of industry support Youngboy got. Just really surprised. Like, incredibly surprised. Like, I don't know why. Why do y'all think the industry support was so low? When Drake dropped, everybody and their mama posted his album. Everybody. And by the way, I understand why. Like, number one, if Drake hasn't helped you already, you want to stay in his good graces and you want to seem like you're supporting him. Remember back in the day when artists like Dirk and even Meek, they used to tweet out that, yo, you don't post my album, they feel offended by it. So you see nowadays, if Thug drops, the whole industry posts it. Gunna drops, the whole industry posts it. You get me? Travis drops, the whole industry posts it. Youngboy dropped, and it was not that many. Now, you might say, well, Youngboy don't fuck with nobody. And that's true. But I will say, and you tell me if any of these people posted it. Youngboy in the last year has been on collabs with Future, Migos, Nicki Minaj. Did all of them post his album? Did they show the support? I think that Youngboy was used in a good capacity for other artists when they needed singles. Did they reciprocate? Now, you might say to yourself, and I'm answering my own questions too, well, this is a business. He probably got paid for a feature. Right? People aren't entitled to support him back. That's true. I'll give you that. But it kind of shows me how cliquey the industry is. The industry is super cliquey. And if you're a part of the clique, they basically whore you out because you got to be you're then spread thin to save everybody's career and give everybody a moment. But on the flip side, they're all going to support you when your shit comes out. But if you're not really that cliquey with everybody, they act like your shit ain't even drop. Now I understand nobody or no artist ever posted like 6ix9ine shit, but I'm like, yo, Youngboy, like, why wouldn't they? Now, I'm going to give you another thing. I'm wondering if the latest situation with Quando Rondo may affect people showing love to especially industry dudes. Dirk is fire. He's on fire right now. Dirk was following Youngboy, unfollowed him as soon as his page came back up. I'm wondering if that affects anything. I'll say this, though. I was told Quando Rondo wasn't getting industry support. And it's kind of a reliable source. But they say he wasn't getting industry support because if certain entities or people support him in the industry, it would mean they're going against the other side. Now, I don't know what the other side is. You put 2 and 2 together. There was no names specifically put down. But it was basically put down as if you support Quando, you're basically saying fuck you to that person or that side. Which, I don't know. Does some of that go back on Youngboy? I don't know. But I was really kind of surprised that nobody posted Youngboy's album. I'm really surprised. Nobody posted his shit. Were you surprised? Listen, I don't need to continually read between the lines. And by the way, it's clear there's no artist that could stop Youngboy. Let me be very, 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 very clear. I'm going to also, while saying this, exclude three artists actually. Exclude 6ix9ine, exclude Uzi, exclude Juice WRLD. Okay? There has never, or not, let me not say never, there hasn't been an artist that has the youth in the palm of their hands like Youngboy does since XXXTentacion. Let's be very clear. Let's be very clear. The people who I excluded, number one died. One, maybe he had like people in the palm of his hands, but then everybody hated him. 6ix9ine clearly. And Uzi, I think Uzi's like just a different entity. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what even. He's like fucking alien. I just don't even know what to really, you know. But he has a youth as well. But it's like a different type of hold than like a young boy. Tell me if I tweaked out with that comparison, or did I forget an artist? I took three artists out of the mix. Since X, I don't think there's been another artist other than Youngboy who is at a breaking point that you know if Youngboy says anything or does anything, the entire movement of the youth will go that way. The whole, you get what I mean? I had predicted that he was going to sell between 90K and 120. Him being expected to do 155 shows me, shut the fuck up. You don't even know, you can't even begin to fathom how big this guy is in terms of influence, in terms of superstardom. To put it in perspective, the guy doesn't even use Instagram. He doesn't even he just drops music videos. He doesn't talk, doesn't do anything. Haven't seen or heard of him for months. And the biggest artist in the game with the biggest budgets, with hits they have put 30 niggas on, the best videos in the world, they're getting outsold by him. It just doesn't make sense. And yes, Youngboy is way more influential on the youth than Baby. By the way, Lil Nas X last week was trying to beat Drake. You want to see in comparison? Lil Nas X claimed he was pregnant, kissed 55 niggas at the VMAs. He was doing naked shower scenes with Jack Harlow. He was this nigga was doing naked push-ups at some other shit. He was doing everything in the fucking world. 125. Features on features on features on features. Nigga actually said he got himself pregnant. Did everything in the fucking book. I heard Lil Nas X's budget was disgustingly big. Pause. His label was trying to make it happen. Not mad at it. Smart business. But it also goes back to show again that no matter what the label try to pay to make the thing, the people will always pick the one. The stone that the builder refused shall always become the head cornerstone. When you look at someone like X, who was really trying to continue, well, he was marginalized at first, but he was trying to say, fuck it, I'll just be underground. I'll have my shit distorted. Fuck all this other shit. The people said, no, you're a fucking pop star. And by the way, by the time X died, if you ask me, he was a pop star. It's not. I know you might have a bad connotation with that, but I mean pop star as in anything he dropped was about to do pop numbers. Drake's a pop star. Weeknd's a pop star. Travis is a pop star. X was that too. So now the most unpolished guy, the guy who doesn't like doing interviews, the guy who has probably the worst attitude, the guy who just don't give a fuck about being filtered to not get canceled, the guy who has a very colored history with, charges and arrest, the people said, we want Youngboy. And yet again, we see what I just said. When the people have picked that person, nothing could stop it. I always tell y'all, and as I go into my Tory Lanez point, give me 1 second. As I go into my Tory Lanez point, people are going to have to pick a side. Or like, what do you believe with the Tory Lanez thing to happen? Because everybody